White chocolate. Yes, sir. That's the plan. That's the plan. Oh man, we just walking around the yard a little bit, cleaning up. Ain't been too home too long. I ain't cleaning up. Just figure I'll go live for a minute before I get ready to feed. Come here, girl. Come here. What you doing, mama? That's my old Bobby Hall bred dog. She's due next week. She's hiding from me. She's camera shy sometimes. I got the hose pipe out, spraying her kennel out a little bit. She don't like the water. She don't like the hose pipe. She likes to get in her water bowl when it gets hot, but she don't like me. She don't like the hose pipe. She can't stand for you to spray her down with anything. George Smith, what's going on? Just out here walking around a little bit. Come here, mom. Come here. I was just telling everybody she's due pups next week. I brought her back to her son, Coda. He's the one that took the best red under Fat Bill. Should have won a few more. I don't know how J-Bo let a Brindle beat him. I'm just playing around. Pressure Kennel, what's going on, man? What you doing, girl? What you doing, mama? I don't know how many she'll have. She probably won't have no big litter. That's okay. I like them small. I bred her twice to Amos, my male off the Dagger. This time I bred her back to her son, which is off her and Amos. Yeah, man. Coda should have beat that joker, but that's okay. That's all right. But yeah, I bred her back to Coda. We bred Coda to this female too. I don't know. I'm not sure if she took. This is she's a pure Woodall breed. She's a heavy weird jack, heavy on that old Dink dog. If anybody's familiar with Dink, you from Georgia. Anybody's from Georgia around that way, they know about Dink. She's a good old girl. I wasn't gonna breed her again, but we figured we'd try it. She takes great, but if not, it ain't no big deal. And of course, this is Coda. What you doing, big boy? Around this way. That's just an old kennel I got. I can use it for puppies. That's about all it's good for. Coda. Yeah, Dink was a good dog, man. Real good dog. And Dink and Dino. She got some Dino in her too. Both of them were good dogs coming off a weird jack. Shoot, yeah. Amos, come here, boy. That's old Amos right there. That's my Boudreaux male, the first one. That's off of Dagger and Squirrely, which is a daughter of Ham. So that's Dagger back to a daughter of Ham. That joker does a number to this kennel. I done had to fix it several times. Man, he's a powerhouse, man. He's a hoss, man. He's laid back. He's kind of typical of your Dagger dogs, but like I said, he gets crunk up. I'm surprised he's got his teeth. As bad he is about grabbing on his kennel. I know I might put some kind of suspension metal on there or something to keep him from grabbing it. But he's not too bad. He just does it when he gets excited. I got him at stud right now for a little bit longer. Oh, Amos. This is another son of Amos right here. This is that's Sequoia. He's off Amos, bred back to that Woodall female. Heart and Finish, what's going on now? I hadn't bred him to anything yet, but I kind of need to. He's a good old dog. That's a dog. That's a dog right there. He loves to work, man. I mean, he's got good drive. I've showed him a few times and ADBA shows, and I don't have any problem with him. That joker will do everything. He'll run a mill, flirt, spring pole, everything. He's a good old boy right there. That's my little Boudreaux female right here. She's pretty heavy on Ham. Got a little Dagger in her. She actually come from my buddy at Cajun Black River Kennels. We traded pups. She's in heat right now, but that's her first heat. She's just a little bit over a year old. Dickie Foster, what's going on, man? But I sent him a pup off of Amos back to Norma Jean, my Bobby Hall female, and so he wanted to send me one, and so he did. She's a good little female. She is intense, man. Typical heavy Ham stuff. She's so active. I use rock dust in my kennels, but man, I had to end up putting some pavers right here because she didn't waddle out a big old hole right there. But we go, I guess next time, next heat cycle maybe. I don't know. We'll probably breed her back to old Amos. Let's move around here for a minute. There's old Bruce. He hates it. Hates being out here. I know it. You can't stand it, can you? We took him down to Louisiana to South Bottom show, but he did all right. Old Rasta man liked him. He loved him. He tried to buy him from him. I don't know if he was joking or not, but I sure really like him. We just got to get him out a little bit more, get him around people. We ain't really. He was real shy when we got him, but he's coming around a lot. He's all right. He's off of Boudreaux's Hemi and Boudreaux Star. Both of them coming off of Ham. Oh man, it's warm out here today. What you doing, boy? How's everybody's day going? Yeah, I just got to we put a little kennel up on the inside, get her ready for pups next week. I went and bought one yesterday and I set it up down in my basement. Hi Key Lee, what's going on? I haven't been home too long, so I got it put up. Oh boy. Yeah, he likes to chew on wood. He's a spitting image of Dagger. If anybody's ever seen him, except he's not brindle. He's black. I heard that, Dick. I need a paycheck. Man, I'd love to go. Wish I could make it out there, man. Oh, you got your pup, man. Nice, nice. Yeah, he's been sending me some videos of the. I guess it's that same litter. Nice looking pups, man. Real nice. Yeah, I got right here, and I bred Coda back to his mama. She took. She'll be due. Well, she's due Tuesday. Anchovies, yeah. My daddy loves some anchovies. Man, I remember growing up, he had to. Every time we got a pizza, he had to at least put them on half the pizza. Heck yeah, man. I heard it's a pretty cool barbecue, man. I remember old Danny Goodson, man. I remember back in the day when them Billy Jack dogs, them rascal dogs he had. I remember when I was still fairly young in the dogs. I remember all those dogs. Yes, and they were pretty good rascal dogs. 6 hour ride. He's in Texas, right? I think that's what somebody said. Would love to. I doubt I'll be able to make that one. We're gonna try to make it out to the ADBA show in Bama. I think it's August 1st and 2nd. It's only about a 3 hour drive for me, so I usually try to make it out. So darn hot, but it's a pretty good arena they got, and you can bring your dogs in. So I'm gonna try to make it out there. Probably take Coda. Ain't that right, boy? Ain't that right? Yes, sir. Try to get a first place. Yeah, that old soft bottle show, man. It was pretty fun. Pretty fun. I enjoyed it. Kind of reminded me of the, I don't know if any of y'all ever went to the Cajun Classics they used to have that Titan Kennels used to put together. It was kind of what it reminded me of. Man, they're all right. I've had them for a while. Like I said, I use that rock dust, but I had a female. She was terrible about digging, and I buried bricks all around on the side, so she couldn't dig out. But man, she was terrible about it. So we got these mats. I seen a guy that has coon dogs, and I saw where he was using them. So I figured I'd give them a shot. Man, they all right. My wife hates them when she's had to clean up for me, help me out. And man, if the dog gets walking around in their stool, man, and it's smeared in, and it's kind of bad trying to get it up. I have to come out here and pour bleach on it and how to loosen it up, but it's okay. I mean, at least it's soft on the joints. We started to put concrete down, but we hadn't planned on being here too much longer. We were trying to move, so we didn't want to put anything permanent down, concrete or even wood. But they okay. I mean, they do all right. They shift a little bit. That's the only bad thing, but it works. I had her on that rock dust, but she likes to play around in her water bowl, so I moved her in here. That way it keeps it somewhat clean. I was having to change hers out every day, sometimes 2 or 3 times a day. It's got so nasty. But I use that rock dust like Garner does. Yeah, I stole it from him. I'm about out of it now. I need to get some more. It's cheap. That's one reason I like it. I need to get some more. I need to get in here. Put some more in some of these kennels. Some of these dogs, they just wear it down so fast. That's the only bad thing about it. Ain't that right? Ain't that right? Kiki, what's up, girl? What's up? What's up, man? What's up? What you doing, pretty girl? What you doing? Oh, man. Get out here, cut my grass, man. Bruce, what's up? Trying to be the loudest one on the yard? Yep. I appreciate it, Cold Mountain Bulldogs. We sure try, man. Sure wish I could tether mine though, man. Which I don't have the big yard, so I guess in some ways these kennels kind of work out. But I prefer one on a good chain setup. We was leaving Sunday. I went by my buddy Cajun Black River Kennels and looked at his dogs, man. Kind of made me jealous, man. He had them on these good long chain setups, man. I was a little bit envious of that. The dogs love it. What's up, mama? What's up? What's up, girl? You can't look at that dog and tell that's a jack dog. I can almost always spot one of those weird jack dogs. Got them long faces, long snouts. That's right, George, man. It's hard to beat a good chain setup, man. It is hard to beat, man. They got so much more room than these kennels. Good Lord, these kennels are expensive. I've had these kennels right here. These two right here. Man, probably close to 20 years. I just bought one today, a 5x10. It was tax and everything, about $380 something. Good gracious. I ain't not a rich man. All right. Nah, man. I don't know. She could have. I don't think she did, but she could have. But like I said, Norma Jean just last week started showing, so it's possible. I mean, she took, but she ain't real big, but she got a few in there. But I don't think Raven did, but I don't know. She's short and thick anyway. It's hard to tell until she starts really. Man, already you're exactly right. I hate them. I mean, they good for pups, and they're not too bad, if you got a female in heat. But other than that, I can't stand them. But where I'm at, man, I didn't think they'd ever pass that. They passed it in the city limits, and the next thing you know, man, it was passed there, and I didn't think they was going to enforce it. Well, boy, they lit my buddy up, man. They lit him up, having them on chains. That's what I'm trying to move. If I can ever get my parents to move, I got to stay close to them and help them out. But if I can never get them to move, man, I'm out of here. We're trying to get right back over there in Alabama where we used to be. Oh, no. She still kind of looks like she's a little, that's one of my old signs that they were still a little bit swollen in the back. That was a good sign that they took. She still is a little bit. It looks like it. She might have. Yes, she did. That's gonna be her last one. No, you want some of that weird jack stuff. If she didn't take, I know her. I could probably get you set up with some of that blood. I think Joe and them got some. She might have. She sure might. Both of them are good mamas. Man, you can't ask for a better mama than those two. What's going on, John? Vintage Craft Corner. Who in the world is that? That's my wife, by the way. What's going on, Coda? That's a good looking dog. I don't care who you are. I guess he wasn't loud enough this past Saturday. That's what one of the judges said. He didn't have enough attitude. His tail wasn't wagging enough. You see, he think he was a. Yeah, he won. He got best red. Yeah, and the fat Bill. I'm talking about that last show, that last yeah. He said he didn't act like enough of a bulldog. I thought he was too calm. I was like, man, I just don't know. Digging holes, huh? Yep. What are you doing? What in the world are you doing? Let me out. Let me out. But you didn't got the water all dirty. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You got a good sister of his. Man, she was probably my favorite one. Oh, Lucy. There's old Sequoia, R.A. I say, well, it's from the second litter, but it's the same breeding as that female old Triple J has, that Miss Artie female that he likes so much. Which I know you know that already. I'm just telling everybody else. J83, what's going on? Just out here walking around. What you doing? What you doing, girl? Listen, she smile at you. What's going on? What's going on? Norma Jean. She comes straight from the late great Mr. Bobby Hall. We had one from Bobby back in around 2004, 2005. I ended up selling fairly young over to Hatton, so I had to get me one more. Ain't that right, Mama? went to Floyd's house, didn't you, J83? The building in. Yeah, man, that's what I thought. That was an experience, wasn't it, man? I remember the first time I went. I was so nervous, man. I wish I went by there. I started to, but I ended up. I'm sure you met his nephew Hayden, right? Yeah, he had invited me to come by and take a look at his dogs and one of the dogs he got from us. So I had never been. He invited me several times. Last time I went down there, I didn't get a chance, so I figured we go by there and visit with him. Hey, sometimes, man, listening is the best part of it, man. I'm not much of a talker myself. Heck, you were there with old Fat Bill. I'm sure Bill asked plenty of good questions. Jeff, what's going on, man? Oh, man. Let's go. Yeah, she took, Jeff. I don't know how many she's going to have, but she ain't real big, but she definitely took. Waiting on the rain. God. I hope it don't rain here. It look like. Kiki. God, look, I can't stand the rain. Hopefully it holds off and get my grass cut. I meant to cut it before we left for Louisiana, but I put it off. It ain't too bad, but still aggravates me until I do it. What more? Yeah, J3, that's this is a pup. If you met Hayden at Floyd's, that's one of the little female he bred up. Well, when I ran the NORAD stuff. I had heavy NORAD dogs, you know, the Wise's Maximilian stuff. I had it pretty heavy. I had it crossed in with a little bit of the Boudreaux's Bows coming through check dog. I don't know if anybody's familiar with the Boudreaux's check and Billy Boy and Ox and all the old buckskin stuff. I had it crossed with that. And then when I got back into the dogs, I couldn't find the Red Devil stuff. I mean, I could find it, but it was all with the Gambler and Duchess and Red Dog, and nothing against if anybody's got that stuff, but I didn't like it. So I like the Boudreaux dogs as well. So I figured that's what I would get. But it was, like I said, it was the Maverick blood. I couldn't really get that old Billy Boy check stuff anymore, so I got those Maverick dogs. Man, it's hard to go wrong with that Boudreaux blood, man. It's just a good base for anything. You can cross it with anything, and they're just good dogs, man. And I started before that. I had a lot of Weird Jack dogs. It's hard to go wrong with a good Jeep Red Boy Rascal dog. We had some of it. We had a lot of it. Also, when we got into the dogs, we had a lot of tab stuff, but we still had a Rascal stuff, and we had stuff coming off Rascals. Well, not coming off of it, but heavy on Rascal's brother, Patty Boy. I mean, so that's what I like, man. I mean, them Boudreaux dogs, man. Like I said, you go back, man. It's in everything. Like, and they're powerful dogs. And then if you got that Woodall stuff, man, they just good all around dogs, man. They got good speed, real athletic dogs. And then that's the same thing with the Bobby Hall stuff, man. It's just like Floyd stuff. It's mean, man. And I don't mean mean towards people. It's mean towards other dogs. Good gracious. Yeah, Jess, I'm sorry I missed that. Yeah, she's due next Tuesday. I only bred her one time, so yeah, that's what it falls on, but still give or take. But yeah, we went and I always whelp them inside of that way I can control the temperature a lot better. And I went by Track Supply and bought another 5x10 retriever kennel and set it up down there in my basement. We set her up down there, man, and I don't know. When I whelp them inside, it just seems like they always do better. What you doing, Sequoia? Hi, Keely. I hope I answered your question. Misfit hates all the matter. She wasn't too crazy about anything here. She ain't like her daddy. Every time I go in there to feed him, man, she was jumping up, trying to get over in the kennel with him. That's what I'm talking about. That's that hall stuff, man. They just mean, boy. Already knows what I mean. But I like, man. But I like all, man. Anything that's Eli based, I like. I don't like a heavy red boy dog. Like I said, if anybody runs heavy red boy, that's just my opinion, man. I'm still a fan of any American Pit Bull Terrier, but I'm just not crazy about it. I don't want no Mayday dogs either. I only saw 2 of them. 2 of them off straight off of Barracuda. But man, them some ugly dogs. I don't go for all of them. I'm sure there's some nice ones. Ultra Shield. That the stuff you was telling me about, Jeff? Was that something different? My memory's terrible. I forget. Nicholas Bronson, you know what? That Maloney stuff, man, I think it really did something with those Bullets and dogs. I think it really made a big impact. Cause you got a lot of it in there, man. Them coming through that Burt dog and that Booger dog. Scratchline News, what's going on, man? Oh man, tell him, man, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, man, he made a long trip to come get one, man, and I'm glad she's worked out for him, man. That was a good one, man. He got it was coming off a Raven, so I brought her back to Two Jack's dog, which he's not alive anymore. The Cherokee County Animal Shelter killed him when they raided Randall's yard. That was, man, Two Jacks was a good dog, son of Dink. But yeah, man, I'm glad that female's worked out. The banjo stuff, man, you know what? I've never seen any real heavy banjo stuff personally. I don't know. Now, Norma Jean's got a little bit in her. She's got a little bit. Yeah, Bobby used some of that stuff in there. He used a little bit of banjo and a little bit of that Rufus blood, but I hadn't really ever seen any. Now, I got a buddy of mine in around Laredo, Texas. That they had a lot of banjo stuff back in the day, and they loved it, man. Banjo and BB Red, they was both some good dogs right there. Mike Dan. What's up, girl? K-Walk, what's going on? Salute. Milestone, what's going on? It's over here looking at old Norma Jean. In the bed. Woodway Kennels, what's going on now? Yeah, that female right there, that's she came from Bobby Hall. Off of that Zeke dog and that Raina dog. War Mouth, what's up, man? Yeah, Jeff, you know what? Probably not. Um, right now, I mean, I'm pretty happy with. I'm pretty happy with what we got. Oh man, ain't nothing wrong with the banjo stuff, man. Ain't definitely ain't nothing wrong with it. Not a darn thing. Yeah, Bobby thought enough of it. Like I said, um he added it in there for a little outcross. What you doing? I don't know. Can't really tell if she did or not, but I appreciate it in the wood. I bet, man. That's how I can always tell when one is in heat. My males start going crazy. I don't have any strays around here, but if I did, they really start going nuts. Oh, the best red dog, one Fat Bill was judging. Cool, man. Yeah, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Yeah, yeah. This one right here, Coda. Man, it was fun. It was definitely fun. It's hard to beat, man, being around a bunch of bulldog folks, man. That's why I love going to these shows, man. These ADBA shows. I'm out here, man. I don't really know a lot of people around here that's got these dogs. When we get to go to these shows, man, it's always extra special. And then that show, man, you got some of the OGs in the sport, man. It makes it even better. Crockett, Supreme, what's up? I appreciate it, K Walt. I appreciate it. What's up, Sequoia? Yeah, that one right there is off of Amos and that Woodall female. It's midnight or whatever. Whatever you called it, Crockett. That's her. That was her brother right there. Yeah, they are fun. They are fun. Got to do something with these dogs, man. Do something and not get in trouble. I had to give that stuff up, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, man. Oh man, Jeff, I could tell you was having fun, man. And then, man, it didn't go to Floyd's house, man. I know that just put the icing on the cake right there, man. And I went to Hayden's, man, look at his dogs, and he was telling me I was mentioning you about swivels, man, and he was like, yeah, I got some. And I said, oh man, Jeff was there. I said, oh man, that's cool, man. I was happy you got to meet him. Oh man, you would have loved it, man. You would have loved it. But ain't quite as well. I shouldn't say it's not as good, but they, like I said, they got that Alabama show. Let's see, and then like I said, they probably you don't have a lot of the old schoolers there, but it's still fun. I bet, Jeff. I bet, man. I know. I know. The first time I went, man. Gosh, that was so cool, man. Man, gosh, dog, Fat Bill was eating that stuff up, man. He was like a rock star, man. I think everybody was taking pictures. They wanted a picture with Fat Bill. They wanted a picture with Floyd. He was loving it, man. But he deserved it, man. He deserved it. That's a real dog, man. Everybody knows how Fat Bill feels about Floyd. Yeah, Bill Judge, he judged the best red dog, and he did a, he did one or two more. I know that last show, the very last event, him and Lockdown Rudy, they judged it together. I think Bill judged another one. I think because I think my wife told me he judged one of the events she was in. When Bruce and his age group, I think Bill judged that one too. Oh, you're right, Jeff. Miss Norma she is awesome. She is awesome. Her and my wife got along great, man. They had a good old conversation. She's a good woman. She is definitely a good woman. Yeah, yeah. She is. She's a good lady. That's a good looking pup, that old man over there. He sent me a picture of him this morning. That's right, Crockett. They are, man. I know old Hayden was telling me, man. He said he loved them. Amos, what's going on, boy? He said, you ain't gonna let me out, or you ain't got a female. I'm going back in my doghouse. Spring, he's a good dog, man. He is good. We showed him a couple times when he was younger. He won a third place, and I'd been breeding him a bunch, and I took him to another show in Mississippi, and man, that first show, it was a fun show, and there was some females, man, and God dog it, all he smelt was them, and he was rearing for the rest of the show. All he had on his mind was breeding. He was messed up. He didn't win anything, but man, he sure got a lot of attention. Yeah, I got to finish up too in a minute more, man. I got everything cleaned up. I'm gonna get ready to feed them so I can take my butt inside and eat a little grub and just relax a little bit. I gotta get up in the morning and take my mama to some doctor's appointments. That's what I've been doing today. Shoot, I appreciate everyone coming on. I don't go live very often, but I just figured I'd do it and just walk around, look at the dogs a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Shoot the bull a little bit. But yeah, I hope everybody doing well, and y'all have an awesome night. Y'all take care.